Good evening, everyone. It is May 14th, 2023, over here on the Pacific Coast, just past midnight on the East Coast. Wanted to let this thing open up a bit and see if I could get an idea as to where we're going. Now, we did close the week on ES inside of value, inside of pretty much right around that first, or sorry, right around the weekly VWAP close, right around where we've done pretty much all the volume of the month at 4138 number, and therefore why I had that as a pivot. We're just trading around there right now. Looks like we're not going to have anything major. Maybe that 8:30 a.m. Empire Manufacturing gets us moving around, but as of now, not really seeing anything too indicative of giving me a bias here. Now, I am going to be looking to short somewhere around 44 to 46 tomorrow. The idea being is that has just been a critical level for the past pretty much all of last week. It was our main support on that Monday session, became resistance on Tuesday, churned around it during that FOMC session, or sorry, CPI or whatever it was. Caught a nice bid there. Maybe I'll move that up a little bit up to here, 44 half, maybe the better number. I'm undecided there, but somewhere between 44 and 46 was nice resistance, became support, and then we fell through it. Now I'm looking for it to be resistance once again. Now if we break above there, I think we start to target that 63 to 70 area once again. And just given how weak ES was last week, and you know, I talked about it at length in the weekly outlook. We don't need to go over it again, but it was weak. So I'll be looking to short 63 and 68s and 84s above there, that gap close. To the downside, I will be taking one long shot at 16.5, that being the 95% value area low from last week. Below there, I think you start to get into either some major stop runs and kind of a clunky, what you might have as a clunky look below and fail at that 4111 spot. We were unable to run the lows from that May 10th, or sorry, May 5th session, I believe, the RTH. Yeah, we were unable to run this low here, that RTH low 11.5. Got close ones on May 10th. We hit 12 quarter, came again close at 11 3/4, but could not run that 11.5 low. So whoever is holding it bid there is very bid, and we did have a double gap right there. So maybe that is why. Maybe we just trapped a lot of fellas short who are looking to chase this breakdown. So if we do get a look below and fail off that 11 number, I think it'll be a pretty groggy look below and fail. I think people will be pounding it pretty hard short, and it'll be hard to get that sort of stop run and rip back up. I don't think we'll be having that sort of scenario. So that's what I'm looking for on the ES. Just those three trades: long 16, short 44s, short 63s, short 68s. I doubt we go play with the 84s tomorrow. On the NQ, ooh, look how many places I'm interested in buying. Not too interested in the short side. Short side, I've got a few here. 456, that being the main auction that we had in the morning, that A period auction. You can see it kind of churned around here. Then we got our further sell-off. 456, that was also kind of a nice level. Looks to be around a nice level. So interest in taking that 456 short. Above there, 504. That is a weekly VWAP close from many, many weeks ago. It's also right above that 2022 halfback number, which I liked to look at. That was a main target as of last week, so we got pretty damn close. So I think that'd be a number of interest, 504, and I doubt we're going to trade above there. To the downside, I want to take 224s long. Idea being that we auctioned around this area and then had our main move into the close, so that would be that. Here, I do think we'll have a much nicer stop run if it is a look below and fail. That 311 half number being the Q1 high, which we defended on this initial test. So I'd be looking for sort of an early move down into that 11.5, see if we can run the stops of that low of the day at whatever it is, 10 something, 10 half. See if we can run that 10 half low a day, come back over 11 half, and then hit it long for a move back towards this area in general, this 400-ish area, 390, 400, whatever. The weekly close, weekly value area high, daily point of control, weekly halfback, all that shit is at 390-ish, 395-ish. Below there, 300.75 is another spot I want to be long. That marking the monthly open, quarterly close, close to the first standard deviation of the downside of weekly VWAP. That is also where we had, it's hard to see here, but that was where we had some smaller auction and then further move upwards. That's also been just a key level if it's not clear enough for you to see here. Below there, looking to get long 271s. That is just this auction over here. And then below that, looking to get longs 260 quarter, the 95% weekly value area low from last week, and also where we had this really nice bid during whatever data that was on Wednesday. Was it the CPI stuff again? I do not remember. 258 quarter is that low, so would be looking for a long off of that. So that's how I'm looking to trade this thing. More eager on the bid side on the NAS if it's not evident enough. Not really looking to short it too much. Once we start getting below, call it 200, I think we can start looking more on the short side. That's what I said this week, that I was looking for two-way trade. Let's get below this pivot, and then we can start looking toward this short side. Get below this major demand zone, then on our way down to 100-ish, we can start looking for shorts, and before we head into this area of demand where we'll likely see some covering. So, hope that makes sense. Not a lot for tomorrow. It's a Monday. We're probably going to open within last week's value areas, within perhaps yesterday's value areas, given how wide they were relative to last week's range. We pretty much did the entire weekly range in one day. That's how tiny the weekly ranges were. So, we're probably going to open inside last week and yesterday's value, and perhaps even inside Globex's value, and all of that crap will be within the first standard deviation of last week's VWAP closes. So looking for a pretty rotational Monday, and then we can see what we get the day after. Hope that makes sense. Hope that helps. Have a great night and trade safe, you guys.